In the wake of bin Laden's death, Brave New Films has launched this new petition calling for an immediate U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Robert Greenwald joining us now from Los Angeles. And I want to get a response from Congressmember Barbara Lee. But Robert Greenwald, explain what this petition is.
What the petition is, Amy, it's a response to the reality and the opportunity that Osama bin Laden's death has created. It's an extraordinary opportunity to look at our policy, to evaluate what we're doing, and as Congressman Lee has said, to bring an open-ended war to an end, to say to people, for those who believed in this war and many who didn't, but for those who believed in it, the primary motivating factor often was, well, this is where Osama bin Laden was, therefore we have to go to war. Osama bin Laden's no longer there. He was found by the use of a political action, smart intelligence, thorough research and patience, not by a military occupation of a country that is making us less safe and is costing Amy $2 billion every week.
How many people have signed this petition?
We've had, in less than 24 hours, we've had about 25,000 people already sign it, and it's being passed around. You know, we track all this stuff. It's on our Facebook Rethink Afghanistan page. It's on the website. I've been tweeting it on my Twitter account, and you can see that there's a passionate response to it because people, as Congressman Lee again was saying, people fundamentally now understand this war has not made us safer. It's resulted in the horrible loss of Afghani lives, of American lives. And when I visited Afghanistan, Amy, you know, one is struck by the poverty that really cries out at you. And all you see is military solution and billions of dollars being spent. People are starving. People need jobs. People need education. People need health care. And what we're doing is supplying military. It's not working. It's not going to make us safer. And this is an extraordinary moment and a real opportunity to change policy.
Congressmember Lee, do you support this petition?
I think it's very important what is being done with this petition. And I have to tell you, in March, we had a bipartisan group. I led this effort of 80 members of Congress to call on the president to commit to a significant and sizable reduction of our forces in Afghanistan. Now, that was in March. I also have an effort that I've mounted to say no more funding for combat operations in Afghanistan. The only funding that we should appropriate is to protect our young men and women and contractors and to bring them home. And so this petition, I think, really does give us the wind beneath our wings that we need here in Congress to begin to exercise our leadership responsibilities and to say no more combat operation in Afghanistan. And so I really want to commend Robert and all of those who have begun this. It's very important to use this defining moment, I think, to rally the American people and to remind the American people that we are spending trillions of dollars, billions every week, on this open-ended longest war.
Thank you very much, Congressmember Barbara Lee, speaking to us from Washington, D.C. I wanted to end with Robert Greenwald responding to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who said yesterday that the U.S. will continue to take the fight to the Taliban and their allies in Afghanistan.
Even as we mark this milestone, we should not forget that the battle to stop al-Qaeda and its syndicate of terror will not end with the death of bin Laden. Indeed, we must take this opportunity to renew our resolve and redouble our efforts. In Afghanistan, we will continue taking the fight to al-Qaeda and their Taliban allies, while working to support the Afghan people as they build a stronger government and begin to take responsibility for their own security.
We have 30 seconds. Robert Greenwald, your response.
I think it's a horrible statement in every way. The notion of tying the Taliban to al-Qaeda has been disproved over and over again. They're separate forces. The Taliban it's a civil war that we're engaged in. And if you could impeach Secretary Clinton for that statement, I think we should impeach her. It's unconscionable after what has gone on, the loss of lives and the loss of money, and for her to continue to try to escalate this misguided war.
Robert Greenwald, I want to thank you for being with us, founder and president of Brave New Films, producer-director. His recent films include Rethink Afghanistan and Sick for Profit, leading this petition effort to end the war in Afghanistan. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. Back in a minute.